All right, so this is page 120. So this is some extra support if you're having some trouble with two-step equations. So I'm just going to do the first couple examples from the homework, and then hopefully from there you'll be able to finish the rest on your own. So when we solve a two-step equation, just like our one-step equations, we're going to start by drawing our fence and circling our variable. So the goal, just like one-step equations, is to get that variable by itself. So everything we're going to do is to try to get that variable by itself. When we do two-step equations, the first thing we're going to move is our addition and subtraction. So anything being added or subtracted, we're going to move to the other side of the fence first. So for instance, this plus 2 is going to go first. So I'm going to start by subtracting 2 from both sides. So that means I have 5x on this side because my 2 and negative 2 canceled. And then negative 43 minus 2, that's negative 43 minus 2. I could do keep, change, change is the same thing as negative 43 plus negative 2, which would give me negative 45. So I still don't have this x by itself. I'm closer, but I still need to get that x by itself. So now the second step would be to move your multiplication or division. So to move my multiplication and division, right now I have 5 times x. So remember, when we have a number and a letter really close to each other, right next to each other, that means we're multiplying. So to undo that, in order to get that x by itself, I have to do the opposite operation of multiplication, which is division. So I do 5 divide by 5 on both sides. So 5 divided by 5 gives me 1. So that cancels to give me 1x on this side. And then negative 45 divided by 5 would give me negative 9. And if I wanted to check my answer, I can always check my answer by going back to the original equation and making x whatever I think it equals. So I would make this negative 9, which would give me 5 times negative 9, which is negative 45 plus 2, which would give me negative 43 when I add those together. So I could always check my work if I wanted to make sure that I got the right answer at the end. All right, so if we look at number 2, I'm going to draw my fence. I circle the x that I'm solving for. So then remember, I'm going to move any addition and subtraction first. So to get rid of plus 7, I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So positive 7 and negative 7 are going to cancel on this side. So I have negative 2x equals, and then I have negative 5 minus 7, which would be the same thing as negative 5 plus negative 7 when I do keep, change, change. So negative 5 plus negative 7, they're the same signs, so I add them together. That would give me 12, and then I keep the sign, so that gives me negative 12 as my answer. So now I've almost got x by itself, but I've got to do one more step. So now I've got to get rid of my multiplication and division. So this means I'm multiplying negative 2 times x. So to get rid of negative 2, to get rid of multiplication, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. So now negative 2 and negative 2 give me 1 on this side, so that gives me 1x. And then negative 12 divided by negative 2 would give me positive 6. So my answer is x equals 6. And again, if you wanted to check, you could plug that into your original equation to make sure you have the right answer. All right, let's look at number 3. We'll do 2 more together. So again, I'm going to start by drawing my fence, circling the variable that I'm solving for. So now I'm going to move my addition and subtraction first. So to get rid of a positive 6, I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. So now I have 7x equals, and then I have negative 57 minus 6. So negative 57 minus 6 would give me negative 63, because it's a negative 57 minus 6. So if I keep, change, change, that's a negative 57 plus negative 6. So then I add those two together since they're the same sign and keep the sign. So now I've gotten rid of moved my addition and subtraction. So I still need to get this x by itself. I have 7 times x. So to get rid of multiplication, I'm going to divide both sides by 7. 7 divided by 7 will cancel out to give me 1x. And then negative 63 divided by 7 will give me negative 9. So my answer here is x equals negative 9. I got the x by itself, and that told me that x needs to be negative 9. All right, for this last one that we're going to do together, I draw my fence, circle my variable. I start by getting rid of or removing any addition or subtraction. So to get rid of a plus 1, I need to subtract 1. Whatever I do to one side of the fence, I have to do to the other side of the fence. So 1 plus 1 and minus 1 are going to cancel or give you 0. And I have negative 5x left on this side. 1 minus 1 cancels, but since we need something on this side of the equation, I'm actually going to write the 0. On this side of the equation, I just needed it to go away because I still had something left on that side. On this side of the equation, there is literally nothing left, right? These canceled as well, but I need a number to represent that on this side of the equation, so I'm going to write 0. So then the last step to get rid of negative 5 times x, to get rid of multiplication, would be division. Negative 5 divided by negative 5 gives me 1x on this side, and then 0 divided by negative 5 would give me 0. So my answer here is x equals 0. So hopefully that helped you complete the first 4, and you can go on to complete those last 12 on your own.